for Bec and Laila. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe my page. That way you see all the follow-ups. Laila is at daycare today. I dropped her off about 9 o'clock. But I thought I would use this bit of free time to show you a little bit around our backyard. We have been renting here in Mudgee since November, and we have an amazing established yard, and I think that is 100% what drew me to this house originally. I've always liked the idea of gardening, and I've always made little veggie patches and things that maybe last a season and that's about it. So I don't know if I'd be able to create this backyard if Ado and I were to start fresh, but the fact that it's already established, I can put her around of an afternoon, you know, do some hedging, trim a few things up, get everything watered. Adrian just mowed the lawn yesterday too, so it looks beautiful. So let me turn you around and I'll show you what we've got. So I'm just standing on our back step, and this is the beautiful view we have from the back of our house. We've got a little back sunroom, which is our dining table and my sewing. So we've got a little area here with tables and chairs. I'm not gonna lie, Mudgee has been so freaking hot this month that we haven't even used it. But we've got beautiful vines going up over the back here. That's looking out into that part of the yard. I'm gonna still just keep doing a 180 here. We've got a beautiful, I guess it's like a wall, like a divider of the vines. I keep that trimmed. I don't like it too bushy, but it's nice to keep the sun out. We've got a beautiful area at the side here, and we have an outdoor dunny. I must admit, I haven't done, where is it there? Haven't done too much in there yet. I've taken the vines out of there, but I haven't got in there. But the boys tend to use it when they're out here in the man shed. Speaking of man sheds, this is the man shed. I think this is another video in itself, but it is a I don't know, maybe a 5. I think you could, let's be realistic, you'd fit at least 3 cars comfortably in there with a workshop at the back here. We've got the beautiful wisteria, which has just grown and grown and grown and grown, and it's lovely. And we've got a 2-car carport. So starting, I guess, at the side of the block, I've just got these absolutely beautiful established trees, which provide a lot of shade. We use that shade for Laila. That little shell pool there is Jynx's pool. It gets the, I guess, the midday sun, then the shade in the morning and afternoon. So I tend to spend a lot of time out here with Laila. Out the back here, I'm really stoked to have a decent water tank. I use the water tank for all of our yard maintenance. We've got a little shed here. I am going to actually write to the real estate to see if I can bring out chickens from Newcastle actually, and kind of do this area up. But passion fruit vine, I haven't got any passion fruits off there. I think we kind of missed the season, but we've got an awesome water tank that runs off the back of the shed, so I do use that as much as possible. When I saw the photos online of this house, I was like, yeah, there's already a kennel. Hey Jynxie, which there is a kennel, but it's for the pump for the water tank, so so it just kind of looks a bit nicer, I guess. So coming back around to the wisteria, I'll show you the back of the house. It is one of my favorite views. So you can see the table and chairs and the step I was standing on at the start. We've got solar panels, which I love. I've become really, really conscious. We've got we've got 6 on the front and 6 on the back. So this is the back of the house. And every day I go to the box and just have a look at how much power we produce. I don't really know how to read it. I would expect that it would tell me how much power we're using, but I don't think it does. I think it shows you what we're making at the moment, what we've made all day, and what we made since it's installed. So I do like to have, oh, Jynx has found, Jynxie, something in the pump house. What are you doing? So yeah, so the back of the house I love. We've got a massive rosemary bush. We've got some rose bushes as well, which I do keep trimmed, and I normally take the roses and take them inside, but I've missed them the last couple of days and it's too hot now, so they're starting to dry out, but they look beautiful on there, so I do leave those. And then of course the vines over the back is just, look, it's my kind of thing. I love it. I get out there, I trim the vines back because they grow absolutely ridiculously, the same as the wisteria. I've only trimmed that back, oh, maybe 2 weeks ago now, and it's out in flowers. It looks absolutely beautiful. We've got the wisteria along the side of the carport there. Now over here are ugly bins. Actually, no, let's talk about the bins. Mudgee Council, where's my finger here? is really good with their recycling. So we've got the light green bin, which is for all your lawn and grass clippings and all that kind of stuff, but also all your green waste inside. So I've got a bucket inside, and so all your food goes in there. So food waste and your garden in this one. Your recycling, which we've only ever had a yellow bin recycling. This recycling is for cans, glass bottles, plastic bottles, that type of thing. The green one, which is this one here, is purely rubbish. And then the blue lid is another recycling bin, and that's for your paper and cardboard, magazines, all that kind of thing. So yes, it's a lot, and I feel like I have shitloads of bins inside, but I love it. We've become really conscious. We're really good at separating everything, and I find that the green rubbish bin doesn't end up with a lot in it, which is nice as well. We've got a beautiful olive bush here. I don't think this is a very old one. There's not a lot of olives, but I do have a couple of olives, and where's the camera here? On this little branch down here. So there's literally just a few on there, on this one, on that one branch there. There was another random one somewhere, but I think that might have fallen off. That's all I've got at the moment. But next to it is my pride and joy. Oh, we've got a little magpie up there. Please don't swoop me. This is a fig tree, and when we first moved in, it had all these tiny little green growths on it. I'm just watching that magpie because it's looking a bit angry at me. And I didn't know what they were. I didn't really know how to Google what kind of plant it is. And then one of our friends that stays here over the weekend came out and we worked out it's figs. And with this hot temperature lately, they're really starting to ripen up. So I'm gonna go in today and just Google, actually these ones up here look good, when to pick them, because I feel like the windows here, oh that's a monster, look how big that one is. There. I don't want to miss it. Actually, it does smell really sweet over here. Not being here yesterday has really made a difference. Yeah, I don't want to miss the window. Oh, look at these ones here. See, this is how much I froth on this. Hello, figs. Yes, I don't want to miss the window and have them go too ripe and have to throw them. We did that with our apples. I'll show you the apple tree, and also the cherries. We missed them by just like one weekend, and then they were too ripe and they got fruit flies. So I'm going to pick these puppies as soon as I can, and I'm going to make a heap of fig jam, I think, and kind of see what other recipes I can find. Another nice little tree there. We've got a bit of vine going up there. Don't mind my washing. I should probably take that off. So here's our rose bushes. This is our little walkway that goes back to the undercover area. We've got the little barbecue there. So this is the back of the outhouse. As you can see, it's covered in vines. I have really just last weekend cut that back because they grow like crazy. We do have a lot of natives in our backyard as well, and it definitely brings the birds. We always have amazing birds out here. Now this little puppy is what we've done. Well, their structure was here, but we've been able to plant our veggies. So we're going to pop in here and have a look. So we have full watering irrigation in our, I don't know if you call it a greenhouse, but in our little area. So we've got a strawberry bush. We tend to miss these. The ants get them before we get to them. I've tried organic spraying. It just doesn't work, but I think with the heat too, they ripen super quick. So we've got some beetroot here, baby spinach up here. That's not looking great. I do sea sole and it really hasn't grown much. Meanwhile, the cos lettuce are going off. I think I need to start pulling some leaves back and just having a look there. The carrots are coming up really nicely as well. They definitely weren't that big and thick when we planted them, so they're looking great. Tomatoes are growing bigger. They're looking a little bit green on the bottom. Again, I sea sole them. And we are starting to get some flowers as well. So I think that might mean that there's tomatoes on the way. I've got a little oregano in a pot there. Now, this corner is crazy. These little puppies, this little puppy, this little puppy, they're zucchinis. And we've got zucchini flowers happening. So if you go to restaurants, you'll actually find zucchini flowers on a lot of menus, and they are delicious. So you can eat them as the flower. They stuff them a lot, with things and then deep fry them, but we'll probably just grow our zucchinis and let them be. Over the back here we've got Lebanese cucumbers. Ado loves his Lebanese cucumber, and actually that's got a little flowers coming on them as well, so that's good. I am trying to train these puppies to grow up the back and on the chicken wire if they get that big. We down here have some capsicums. They're not looking ridiculously amazing either, so I don't know what I'm doing there. Meanwhile, our basil is shooting up. That is looking amazing. I do love a good pesto and things. And we've got a little chili plant. Hasn't grown too much, I guess, since coming in. But if we just follow this up, you can see we've got little watering systems. We've got a few little watering systems on the roof. So Ado, that was already here, but it wasn't really working. It needed a bit of TLC. So Adrian spent some time, we've been to Bunnings and planted that. So that's looking really great. Everything is loving it in there. And I do like to spend my time there. And on this side of the house, we've got corn. This side of the house gets all of the afternoon sun. And I love growing sweet corn because it's so satisfying. It grows really, it's probably a good one to grow if you've got kids, because they can see it grow really quick. It grows really, really quick. It'll shoot up with the right conditions. It just needs hot afternoon sun is what I finds best. You might want to Google that though, because I might be telling you the wrong thing. But it grows quickly. Once the corn, once the cobs start to grow, it's really exciting. So I think sweet corn is a really good one. Don't know if you can see Jynx in the shade there, is a really good one to grow with the kids. We have this whole side of the house with what I always thought was mint, but the more I pick it and use it, I feel like it's spearmint or peppermint, and I know they're all different. So look, I'm not a mint connoisseur. I like a good Capriosca or Mojito, but yeah, I do like having that there, and I just go and cut it back every week because it grows like crazy. This is our beautiful apple tree. When we moved in, the apples were tiny, and by now they're kind of a bit overripe and have grub in it. As you can see, we didn't really know what we were in for when we first moved in. I didn't know how established these trees were and how well they fruit, but they fruited really well. We didn't spray them at all, and next year, this year, we're definitely going to have to do some Googling and do some spraying, because I've tried to keep these puppies as organic as possible, and if you cut into them, they're just you can see the little worm trails and things, so that's not good. Now this is a citrus bush, and I'm a bit stuck as to what it is. The fruit, it's really small and compact at the moment. I know it's got a lot to grow, but it's kind of pimply looking. I know lemons can do that. I also saw a picture, I probably am not going to say this right, bergamot, have I said that right? I don't even know what that is, but I've read that it's a citrus, so I'm hoping, I don't know, this one's going to be a little surprise, which is awesome. This one here, I think, are lemons. They're growing quite, oh yeah, look, see, they're growing quite big. I think it's just your typical, I don't think it's lime, I think it's definitely going to be a lemon tree. Again, I think these trees could use with a bit of TLC, a bit of fertilizer. I use the sea sole and the fish, the seaweed one and the fish one. Let's move on to pomegranate. So this pomegranate bush, let me just step back and I'll just show you a good, so that's our pomegranates, our lemons, apples, whatever citrus that is. That big tree there is the cherries, and holy hell, when we moved in, they were amazing. We had friends that would come over and the kids would come and pick them, and there was just so many cherries. But as I just said before, we absolutely missed the picking of them within one weekend. We should have, there was one weekend where they were all looking good, and I thought, oh, I don't want to pick them all, then we'll have none left, I'll save them, but the fruit fly got them, so we just missed out on so many. Back to the pomegranates though, we have pomegranates. I don't know if you can see that. If you come under the tree, they are great. This one's looking good. I've googled when's the best time to pick your pomegranates, and each tree kind of will throw a different color. They won't necessarily all go red like what you see in the shops. There's some in there. There's a couple of really big boppers under here. Here, look at this one. I reckon that one is almost ready. Like that's my hand. That's the palm of my hand. That's got 2 on there. And I've kind of read that the skin might start splitting, but you can actually get to them beforehand. Look, there's a cute little one in there. There's one down there. Like, the pomegranate tree is going off. So again, I'll probably Google some recipes because there's only so many pomegranate seeds you can throw in a salad. Here's a little bubba one. So we had a random flower come up, and so that flower is just now turning into a beautiful pomegranate, which is what they look like. So yes, I'll probably do some Googling, see what else I can do with them, because there is quite a fair bit of fruit on there. And yeah, the pomegranate seeds are beautiful in a salad, nice and refreshing, but I want to do something else with them. And then this little puppy over here, again, lemon or lime. I'm thinking more limes for this one. I don't know why, why I'm thinking this. This one oh no, there is probably more on here than what I think. I always look at this bush and feel like it's not producing that much fruit, and it's not producing as much fruit as the others. But again, probably just some fertilizer. And the cherry tree. So I've actually kept my placenta after birthing Laila, and it's in the freezer, and I've always just been holding out to plant something with it. Now that we've moved, I don't want to plant something in the ground. I always wanted to plant a fruit tree. And after moving here, Laila devoured the cherries. I'll pop some photos in there of her eating the cherries. So I definitely want to get a big pot and plant a cherry tree when it's the right time of season. Actually, speaking of cherry trees, I think this is one that's just starting to grow, maybe? Yeah, starting to grow from the seeds that's fallen out. So that's, maybe I'll pinch that and put in a pot. But I want to use her placenta to grow the tree, and then that's kind of her tree. I must admit, this bit of the garden hasn't had a lot of TLC. There's rose bushes there. Those ones look pretty nice. But yeah, these roses do get a little bit forgotten. This vine here, I gave a really good trim back a while ago. It flowered. It was absolutely amazing. There's an amazing, crazy offshoot up there. And it hasn't really done much since I've trimmed it. I think it's an old, if you have a look at the stump there, it definitely looks like it's old. So I need to definitely get into this one. We've got our little lammies here. They were from the owners. They're cute as, Laila loves them. And then there's another thing of the mint or spearmint. I don't know what it is. If anybody knows how to tell the difference, or if they know what particular type of plant that is, please let me know. Other thing is, we are on not natural gas. What's it called? It's probably got it on there. I forget what that's called when you're on the cylinders, but not natural gas, which I hate, but at least we've got gas. I love gas. Oh look, our smart meter, what have we done? So I believe that top number is what we're producing, so 2,392 watts at the moment. All day we produce 7.5 kilowatt hours, which I think is 7,500 watts, but I'll have to Google that again. And the total watts it's producing being in here is 11.439. I'm assuming that's megawatt hours. I don't know what all these other little things are. I would love to. I've Googled and I still don't even understand. So if somebody can tell me that, what do we got? We've got an SMA Sunny Boy, and it's one here, like if you knock it, it changes your data. So I don't know. It's pretty complex. I love it. Adrian and I have both said that when we build our forever home or move into the home that we settle in with the kids, we'll try and get as much solar, and he's actually going to put in batteries as well, so we can store that power and use it during the night rather than using the grid and getting charged for it. So we both like that idea. So just looking back down into the backyard, the side of the house, the beautiful fruit trees, and then we come along the front and we just have some bordering trees. I have no idea what they are. They don't do too much. This tree here is lovely, but this one is a crabapple tree. Again, I don't know if you eat crab apples, but I had a landscaper come over and tell me it's a crab apple tree. So if we come in here, we've got tiny little, see, it's just so hot here. Everything's ripening before they're even finished growing. There's one there. So I did do some Googling. I think you can eat them. I'm just letting that do its thing. I'll put the hose out here over night time. But again, I think the weather, here's a few, it just is just way too hot for everything. Either that, or where am I looking there? maybe that's a grub. So these are all things that I'm going to have to look into. So again, more natives at the front. Beautiful tall tree there. More natives over here, little bird bath. These are super cute. Super cute, more natives. And the front of our house, which I love, love, love. I've always loved it. So we've got beautiful LED lighting windows in the lounge room, beautiful LED lighting windows. We've got a massive veranda, which at the moment is too hot to come out and really enjoy, but giving a couple of, maybe 6 weeks, and we'll spend a fair bit of time out here. We've had a heap of dust storms, so everything is dusty. And I know this is hilarious, this is just silly, hilarious, whatever you want to call it, but I've always wanted a house that has a name, and now I've got one. So yeah, this is my yard. The front yard's just neat, it's tidy. We have a fair bit of privacy, which is great. And then the backyard is my love. We've got the fruit trees. Oh, hey Jinxie. We've got the veggie bushes. We've got our Jinxie girl. Come on, I'll let you out. And the vines and the wisteria and the entertaining. And we do spend a lot of time out here with everybody when it's not stinking hot. So that is my backyard, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks guys for watching. That is our garden. If you've got any tips for me in regards to the flowers, the fruit trees, my veggie garden, please leave comments. I am a total novice. I am open to feedback, and all I want to do is get this garden looking even better. So please leave me some comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You are watching Bec and Laila, and we'll have lots of more adventures to come. Thank you.